Imagine a single company so powerful, it had its own army, minted money, and paid dividends in spices. At its peak, it may have been worth more than any company in history, even today. Meet the VOC, the Dutch East India Company. In 1602, the Dutch Republic had a problem and a dream. The problem: the Portuguese dominated the spice trade. Pepper, nutmeg, cloves, luxuries worth fortunes in Europe. The dream: break that monopoly and get rich doing it. Instead of dozens of risky solo voyages competing, the Dutch did something radical. They merged those ventures into one joint stock company, the VOC. For the first time, regular investors could buy shares, trade them on the Amsterdam Stock Exchange, and spread the risk. The government granted the VOC a 21-year monopoly on Asian trade. Build forts, sign treaties, wage war. In short, a private empire with a profit motive. The VOC scaled like a startup with cannons. It set up a headquarters in Batavia, today's Jakarta, locking down shipping lanes from the Spice Islands to Europe. Hundreds of ships, a private military to enforce prices and routes. Cash flowed in from pepper, textiles, tea, porcelain, silk. Investors loved it. Dividends were famously generous, sometimes paid in actual spices. By some estimates, the VOC's market value eclipsed any modern company. Near monopoly, global reach, and sheer margins on spices, it pioneered the stock exchange, transferable shares, audited accounts, and long-distance supply chains. It was capitalism, concentrated. But wealth came with a cost. The VOC used violence to keep its edge, like the brutal conquest of the Banda Islands in 1621 to control nutmeg. It manipulated local politics, squeezed producers, and extracted resources. Classic colonial playbook. So, what killed the giant? Competition rose, especially from the English East India Company. Spice prices fell as supply increased. Wars drained cash. Corruption and bloated bureaucracy spread across far-flung outposts. The Fourth Anglo-Dutch War wrecked trade routes and finances. By the late 1700s, the VOC was drowning in debt. In 1799, it was dissolved. Its assets and territories were taken over by the Dutch state, becoming the Dutch East Indies, modern-day Indonesia, until the 20th century. The VOC left two legacies. One, the blueprint of modern global business: stocks, shareholders, investor capitalism. Two, a history of exploitation and violence that shaped nations and lives across Asia. So when you hear the richest company ever, remember, it wasn't just money, it was ships, guns, and logistics, built on a world the VOC helped create and control. The question for us today isn't just how big a company can get, but what it costs the world when it does. Thanks for watching.